Hi, and welcome to Council Recap, where we take the content of City Council meetings and give you the breakdown. I'm Lauren McKay. Let's get started. The meeting began with two presentations. First, Donzelay Abernathy, daughter of civil rights leader Ralph David Abernathy, gave a presentation about the famous 54-mile civil rights walk from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, as a nonviolent protest for African Americans to have the right to vote. Donzelay also talked about how that moment in history has had an impact on our country today. The next presentation was by Elena Maloney, Executive Director of the New Star Family Justice Center. She gave a brief description on the free services they provide to domestic violence victims and families at their new facility located at 12929 Hawthorne Boulevard. There were a couple of resolutions on the list this week. First, Council approved Resolution 8157, which will change and add new provisions to the administrative citation schedule with fines higher than the standard amounts. The city hopes this will give an incentive to local businesses to comply with the recycling and organic waste recycling programs. Resolution 8167, Council also approved the destruction of police department records involving parking citations from 2012 to 2016. Next, we're headed to the ordinance portion of the meeting. Just two on the docket this week. Ordinance 2196, Council approved the decision to make some changes to Hawthorne's municipal code for sponsoring or hosting events at the airport, including filming and food trucks. Ordinance 2198 had its first reading. It deals with the city of Hawthorne permitting and regulating short-term rentals like Airbnbs, Vrbo, and Booking.com within the city. Moving on to the city manager's consent calendar, the city manager approved the agreement between the city of Hawthorne and 120 Degrees Engineering for consulting services. Now, they will be providing mechanical, electrical, and plumbing plans for a two-story community building at the Memorial Center. Council also approved progress payment number 1 to the Martinez Landscape Company for removal of existing pavement, construction of sidewalks, and adjustment of utilities throughout the city. The Council authorized the Director of Public Works to execute the First Amendment to the consultant agreement between the city and Stantec Consulting Services Incorporated to continue the existing pavement program. Next, Council also approved the agreement between the City of Hawthorne and Tetra Tech for the investigation and technical support services for the sewer rehabilitation program. Now, this will allow for the updating of the sewer master's plan, construction observation services, and preparing deliverables for the next phase of the program. Lastly, the city approved to enter into an agreement with Michael Baker International for an on-call planning services on an as-needed basis. And on the city attorney's consent calendar, Council approved 3 labor negotiators to work with the Hawthorne Executive Group and the Hawthorne Municipal Employees Association on labor contracts. Those 3 negotiators are Interim City Manager Arnold Shabier, Human Resources Director Christine Tomokawa, and Christy Rekia, Labor Relations Director for Liebert, Cassidy, and Whitmore Law Firm. Well, that's all from this week's meeting. Thank you so much for joining us for Council Recap. Remember, you can watch the City Council meetings in their entirety by going to www.youtube.com and searching for Hawthorne Community Television. We'll see you next time.